hello. Happy Thursday. How are we all? Hopefully all is peachy. I'm very pleased with my Christmassy room. So who have we got here nice and early? We got Sassy Praveen and Mark Towler. How are we all? It's nice to see you. And how's everyone's week been? I've been so busy. Why don't you come in a little bit closer? Let's bring you in a little. I've been super busy. I've been doing so much code. I spent all weekend coding. What else? There's a lot of changes in here. Hopefully you'll get to see some of them. I'm sure you will. And I've been doing a lot with Patreon and OAuth, and I so did not want to do that much with it. And so I think I have had my fill of stuff like that right now. You know, when you just think, oh, I just could do without it, but we're going to do more of it today. So yeah, we're not going to do quite that much of it. We'll do some Blazor and data tables, and continue with that. So yeah, we shall see how it goes. I've struggled all morning with data tables and times, you know, date time stuff, and it's so frustrating because it was on a GitHub issue that I got my answer, and on the GitHub issue it says, you know, this really should be in the docs, and people are like, thumbs up, but it's not in the docs. I looked, and well, I'm gonna get you lot to look maybe and see if you can find it in the docs, because I couldn't. So that's what I've been doing all this week. Really just heads down coding. I've not coded this much like solidly for quite some time. And then what else have we got going on? This weekend I am going up to DDD North, so I shall be in Hull. Yes, Mark, I might raise a PR to do it. I mean, they've already acknowledged that they should put it in the docs, and I'm not sure. I can't even find where I would put it in the docs, if I'm honest. The docs aren't that complete, so I might have to have a look. We can have a look when we switch over and have a look at some coding and see. But yeah, hello Justin Horner, nice to see you. Hello. So yeah, that was really frustrating. So I'm going to rant some more about that, and I'll show you. I'll show you what I was working on. We can see how it goes. You used to live in Hull, and you're only 40 miles away. Oh, well, DDD looked really good. There's a lot of good content on it. It's free to attend, so it's on Saturday at the University of Hull. So I'm going up with Nick Chapsis. And then Chris Sainty's going to come and join us as well. And then I saw that people like David Whitney might be going, and Dylan Beatty's going to be there. So there's a lot of fun folks there. So I'm looking forward to going there and seeing that. So Justin, how are you? What have you been up to? I'm getting through the pineapple of Monster. And just chugging it away. We'll see it hit soon, I guess. So yeah, we've got quite a few changes that have happened in this room. You might see over behind me behind that chair is my old hollow projector. It's propped up against the wall over there because I have a new hollow projector. It's so exciting. Can you spot it yet? It's very fancy. It's ultra modern. Can you see it? Can you see it yet? So I'll be showing you that later. I also have some other surprises. Do you want to see one? This one's going to make me happy. Are you ready? It's Salad Fingers. He's back. He's always so full of compliments, isn't he? I'm looking rather splendid. Oh dear. Yes, we have visitors back, and the app we're going to work on today, I'm going to try and get them in like to control it. Now I've been told that the volume on them is a bit low, so I'm going to try having them a little bit louder. And let's see if I can have salad finger. Who else have I got? Who's this? And let's see if the audio is better.
Can't you stop your lips from flapping for 2 little minutes?
He's so rude every time. So can you hear them now? Can you? I had a real, in true Layla style, massive sound issue before going live, and for some reason none of my audio feeds were going into Voicemeeter apart from my voice, which is obviously the important one. I nearly strangled myself. But yeah, as short of restarting my computer, I had to uninstall and reinstall stuff. Oh my goodness, such a nightmare. Always audio gets me. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. So what else have we got going on? You can see that we have a picture of Lily on the wall. That's my favorite picture of Lily. She's in amongst bluebells, and I took it in the woods like a few years ago. It's actually the wallpaper on my phone as well. Can you see? No, you can't really see. You can sort of see it is sort of my wallpaper on the phone. So I have that, and I'm just gonna get it all wired in, all these different things, all into the app. I hope eventually, if I'm clever enough to get it in. Have you spotted the new Holo projector yet? Go on, tell me if you have. So let's see. We have Justin Horner says, doing well, working on music and looking for a new opportunity. Awesome. I'm just going to rejig my screens here because I just want my chat in a different place. And so let me just have a little jiggery what's it around here. So you're looking for a new opportunity. Is that going to be gaming still, Justin? Or are you going to do some more with your music? And yes, thank you very much for the relaunch here. I'm really excited. So my tutorial series, we've got video 3 going out next Tuesday. So that's going to be an 8-parter. My little tutorial series, and that was like a warm-up to get me going, and I've often spoken about my issues with embracing progress over perfection. I very much want perfection, so I struggle to move forward and get that progress. And I just said, right, you're going to do a beginner series because that's low stress, just something fun. It feels good to share knowledge like that with beginners and encourage new people in. So that's what I thought I'd do. So we've got 8 parts, and I thought I'll just release weekly, and it's been okay. I feel okay about it. There was like the first video, I sound like I'm whispering, and I was like, oh my god, I have to record it. And I told myself, no, you're not going to record it, you're just going to improve. So that's what I've been trying to do, just every week improve something with the videos. So then I've recorded 3. I was supposed to record the 4th one on Tuesday, but then we had lots of stuff going on in the studio and OAuth and stuff like that, so I haven't recorded number 4, but I'm going to record them in a different way, because I think I can then composite them something. So I've recorded them all pre-composited in OBS already, but then that doesn't allow me to, like, I'd screwed up the exposure and the lighting on my picture, on me. So I, like, when it was full screen, I tried to fix it with like a filter and stuff, so I look kind of alien, but it's fine, I don't care. As I say, Progress over perfection. That is my mantra with YouTube. So yeah, it's been quite good with the publishing. It feels exciting. I'm waking up early and I want to sit down at my desk and just code and work on content. So that it's been mentally, Justin, it's been very good for me. That's been my experience publishing. It's nothing to do with it. It's been me, like in the change in my brain and the sort of enthusiasm it's given me. So that's been fantastic. So I'm very pleased about that. So I'll tell you a funny story from yesterday. It's funny and also not so funny. Okay, so people in my Discord know about this already. So I'm walking through to Silicon Orchid's office and I let out this clutch my back, and in very, very, very dramatic fashion, and I'm not a very dramatic person, I sort of stagger in and collapse onto the floor. And I just lie on the floor sobbing and wailing. I had a back spasm in the intercostal muscle, the muscles between my ribs, and it dislocated my rib. Or subluxed it. I have my ribs, because of my condition, my ribs will dislocate, like my shoulders, everything dislocates. My ribs are like, hey, we're going for a little party, in and out, shake it all about. That's what my ribs think. So a rib popped out and I just had to lie on the floor sobbing for 45 minutes. But I'm sobbing and I'm laughing hysterically at the drama of it. I can't stop laughing at myself because of this drama of collapsing to the floor. So anyway, it was 6 hours later. I was still in pain and my osteo managed to fit me in. So I went to see her and she did like muscle soft tissue release, and then she did acupuncture, and she tried to get my rib back in and she tried to release the muscles around it. It's like the whole right side was locked up and she's trying to release that. She stuck pins in everywhere and I was just saying, make the pain stop. Yeah, so it's not being great, but yeah, I'm kind of okay. I have this pinpoint, like a niggle, rather than it radiating across my entire back. And when you pop a rib, if you've ever, I fractured my ribs maybe 8 years ago. So that's another funny story. My black sofa that I have in my office, it's got these these sort of boxy arms, and that used to be a sofa in our living room. And I'd washed my hair and I put oil on my hair, and I put all the oil in my hair, and then I was getting up and I put my hand on the arm to get up, and my hand slid out from under me, so I flopped. Like my full weight just went over the arm here. So I cracked my ribs there. And that was like, I couldn't drive, I couldn't move. It was like 8 weeks of barely able to move. So this spasm hurt almost as much as my fractured ribs. I'm such a disaster zone. So it radiates all the way around from the back, round your side, into the front, and you're just like, there's no way to release it. So yeah, that was my comedy value yesterday. So I'm feeling okay-ish today. It's still quite niggly, so I was worried like I wouldn't be able to stream today. I'm like, and I can't record the video if I'm in agony, but it's okay, we're there. So it's all fine. But that was my am-dram moment of yesterday. Do you want to see my Holo project? None of you have guessed where it is, okay? So I'm gonna show you, okay? Are you ready? I'm turning on the Holo projector. Here it comes. Look at it. Look at that. Look at it. It's much better than that rickety old box I had, you know, the one that I've relegated to the corner. Look at it. Isn't it great? And isn't Bing picture of the day today fantastic? Such great colors. Let me check where that image of the day is. Paradise Harbour in Antarctica. Now, I've always wanted to go to Antarctica. I've read so many like fiction novels about murders in Antarctica at stations and stuff like that. So I'd really like to go. But look, isn't it fantastic? And if I look, I have this new feature, my new camera angle. Look at that. Can swing it round from the other camera, and if I bring you in close as well, we could probably code here. What do you think? We could. I think we could. Let me get rid of Pretzel Desktop because like we were putting that in there. How awesome is that? And so let me show you what code looks like on it, and you tell me if you think we could code on that. I think we could. We'll see. Well, now it's daylight. We'll see what's happening, shall we? So, yeah, this is what I've been working on. It's been hellish. Let's get rid of the secret, shall we? Yeah, it's. I'm very pleased. All the new features. So yeah. Ashmal, hello. Yes, YouTube now. I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, I can call myself one of those people now. Yeah, the new studio is fantastic. I'm very pleased. Oh, let me just close down the Hollow projector. Let me go. I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place. There we go. Sorry, I never said I'd stop singing when I moved to YouTube, did I? Okay, so let me swing back this way. All right, so we have some lights. I mean, it's nighttime. Like nighttime would show. So let's progress it. Look, I can progress. I have power over the sun. Power over the sun. So we can have some red lights. Let's go a little bit further. There we go. Night mode. Dark mode, whatever you want to say. And we have some green and other colors. And I have balloons. How could I not have balloons? I love balloons. So yeah, I've been mainly Silicon Orchid has been doing a lot of work on the room this week. So I've been working on the app that's going to control the room. So what we're going to do today is do the Blazor front end bit, where you can like a logged in user can go and do stuff. So we're going to try and figure that out. And that's it. Shall we get on with some code? Should we try doing the code in here? If we don't like it, we can switch to my old view in the desktop view. But we could try in here. Are the studio assets from the asset store? So yes, some of them are handcrafted, but quite a few of these are from the asset store. Like Silicon Orchid and I can both do Blender, but not like I'd rather spend my time doing interactivity than 3D modeling. I mean, I've done it and I just don't find it that exciting. So yeah, I find it quite tedious sometimes. So yeah, alrighty. Let us go and do some code. So I'm going to open up the projector. Let's swing the view around. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to close all of this. Oh no. Save. So this is the app that we worked on last week. Oh, we did a great job making them look all cohesive. Yeah, it's worked really well. So last week I showed you how we could integrate SignalR with Unity, and so this is the app. So if we go look at the program file, we have, I've got so much. So this is all bindings from, how is that for size, folks? Does that work for you? I hope so, because I quite like it in this view. And then we can still have interactivity, like, reds, and we can have balloons and code. I mean, who doesn't want balloons and code? Okay. So in here, I've got a Patreon config thing because I'm using OAuth with Patreon. And then I have table storage. Silicon Orchid is here. He says the models are from a mixture of architectural packages. The models and materials are so much better than anything we could do. Yes, so much better. Yes. So there was a sample scene. It was all baked lighting and all stuff like that. So we ripped out of that, and we got a few different packages from the same designer, so I think they all worked really cohesively together. So yeah, I think it is. Yes. So we've had a lot of stuff with DLSS. There's been so much going on. So if you have questions about the studio, fire them into chat and Silicon Orchid will answer them. So I'm going to talk about this app, this one here, this code, because I know more about this code. Okay, so I decided that the data I'm going to be working with, which is mainly users, you lot, didn't need to be relational, and it could be shoved into blob storage via table storage. So that's what I've done. So I have table storage. Now, when I've used table storage before, I used an old library. I used the Cosmos library, but now we have Azure.Data Tables. There's the new library. So the whole thing was quite, a big rip out the guts of it and put in new code. So that's what I've had to do. So I've got that. And then we have Razor pages because we've got server-side Blazor, and we need Razor pages for the OAuth. So that's what we've got in there. And then this is something I learnt with Blazor server. When you add like something like a strongly typed HTTP client, it's not good enough just to add it as an HTTP client like you would in a web API. You also have to add it as an explicit service as well. So that's all quite challenging. So I had to do that. So I've chosen various life cycles here as well. If anyone wants me to demonstrate the different life cycles, I can totally do that, and show you why. Like, I've chosen a transient. I very rarely use transient, but it seemed like the perfect opportunity for this particular one to use transient. So that's what I've done. And then I use just Microsoft ASP.NET Core authentication here. But then I decided to use an extension method for Patreon. So there was this cool library. Have I got a link to it? I usually shove all my links up here. Yeah. Okay. So this was the library. and it has providers. I mean, there's so many contributors here. Okay, it has providers, extensions for all of these providers. I mean, I don't think I've seen such an extensive list of, you know, OAuth providers in a library. So it's fantastic from that respect. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness, it's Ethindal. What do you mean? You can't stay long because you've got to go take care of your pops. That's okay. Have to go look after your dad, and that's a very valid reason not to be able to stay around for long. Hello, Napalm. Hello. You've missed the demonstration of the new room. Look, I've got my projector back, and can you see over there? There's my fancy projector. Shall I swing round and show you? Let me turn off my projector, and look, I have new camera angles. Do you like? What else do we have? If I come back a little bit. So I have a portrait of Lily on the wall. So we've got Lily on the wall over there. You'll see when the camera swings back round. I've got visitors back.
Up is down. Well, that's just maddeningly unhelpful. Why are these things never clear?
I don't know. Okay, so we've got that all set up. We got our visitors. So strange. So yeah, look, you can see it's coming into view now. The portrait of Lily. My new holo projector over there. So we can come in and swing it round and open up the projector. So the idea now is that we can do code in this view, that I don't have to go to my desktop view. So there we go. So I also told everybody at the start that I have been working all week, even all weekend, on this app that we started last Friday, was it? When I did SignalR and Unity. So I've been working on this app. It's been killing me. I've been moaning about it. Moaning. Because I'm a moaner. Because it's just been such a pain. So I'm doing a walkthrough about what I've done. So I added this extension package, which is from this library. Okay. I was like, oh, that will help. And it starts off going really well. I can ask for my scopes. All of that's great. I'm very happy about this. And then I found out that I needed to have options save tokens true, because I was like, where are my tokens? Why can't I get my tokens? The main reason one wants to log on with like an OAuth, well, apart from not having to save passwords and all that jazz, but a good reason is that you get an access token and you can use it in an API. Okay. So I couldn't get that. So what did I have to do? Probably someone's going to yell at me and go, oh my God, Layla, why didn't you just do X, Y, and Z? Because if that's the case, I'm dumb and I just needed this to work and I'd had enough. So this project has grown quite significantly since you saw it last week, as I have been busy. So I actually brought in the Patreon side of that library. I forked it, downloaded it, and I have it. So now I've had to go in and hack it, and where I've done that is here. Let me move that over. So I have gone and I saw this is where, let me back up. If I show you what's happening on the Patreon API, that might explain it a little bit. Okay, so if we look at the API here, we have, a user comes to your site, okay, and then from there you send them and your ID and your secrets off to Patreon OAuth. And you have like the little login scene. We saw that and you go, yay! Oh, you didn't see that because I did that on the weekend. And so you have, yes, allow this person to have access to my account. Okay, so then when that comes back, it comes in here, and you don't get an access token. So you get a single use code. Okay, so you get this. It's a single use code, and you get a state. So you can ignore the state because we only need the code. Now, when you get that code, you go and validate that code, because everyone needs like 5 steps to get a freaking access token. I'm sure this is part of the OAuth standards. It's fine. Is it OpenID Connect or something? Whatever. It's OpenID pain in my arse. That's what it is. So this comes back and it sends back a very important thing, which is the access token, the refresh token, and when it expires. Okay, so we get this. Now, could I get this? No. Could I get it out any other way? No. That's why I had to bring it down. And then I knew that this part of the code, which is handling that redirect, so this part of the code we're looking at is validating receipt of the OAuth token. Okay, so I'm going to go and show you. So it comes in and you create a ticket, and that's kind of a language thing in OAuth. I'm so glad that you like the room, isn't it? It is super. And I love that we can have effects in here once we get them all integrated into the app. Okay, so this is where it goes and creates the ticket. And it goes and sends off stuff to the identity. I've just noticed that this is sending this off to the identity. It's doing it here. So I could I could refactor my code into there. That's fine. I might be able to do that. And this is going off to the identity endpoint. Okay, so let me bring that up. So this goes to token. So this is a little bit confusing because we haven't gone to the endpoint. So we go to the token and then we go to the identity. All right, and that looks like what they're doing here. This is building up something to go to speak to the identity bit, but anyway, it's fine. So we go off and we've got a bearer token now. And that's what I needed. They weren't giving me the bearer token, so I've had to manually add some stuff. I need to do logging. There are no tests, there are no logs, there's no error handling at all in this. I've been cutting code. That's it. I've just been hack, and having fun. Okay, you got to switch computers, Napalm. Okay, no worries. We'll see you in a minute. So I've been hacking away on everything, and then it all comes in here. I have ingested all the monster. I bet you loved hearing that gurgling noise from my straw. I apologise. Not really. Sorry, not sorry. So here I'm actually collecting all this data, adding it to claims. And then, if that is successful, they get redirected to this login page. Okay, so we've done all that. We've gone and now we've got some identity crap back from Patreon. Okay, so I needed to get this token stuff out, so that's why I've manually updated it. All right, so it comes back and then we have this Razor page. Oh my god, Razor page routing blew my brain. Okay, shall I explain it to you? Why not? Because it might help you in the future. So think of this as a controller. it looks like a controller, doesn't it? Not. So on get async is a default action, and that is a HTTP GET, and it doesn't care whether it's on get or on get async, it sees it as the same. And that is a standard default. So if you were doing that in a controller, that would be public async task, return an HTTP response of some sort or an action result, and then you do it get, and you'd put a decorator on it that says HTTP get. So that's that, okay? But then there's this. What is that? And this goes, so when you first go to login, it hits this page, and then it goes off to Patreon, and then it comes back to this page, but it goes here. And I'm like, how is it routing? So whatever you put in here is like convention that it creates this URL that you can see here. Can you see that? Identity/login, because that's where this is, in identity/login, because it's in the login view. And then if it's a handler and it's not the default handler, it will go here. If this was handler equals Layla, this would be on get Layla async. So that, once I researched that and figured that out, I've got my squishy cat here. I've been squishing my cat so much because it's been stressful. I'm going to just like squish him here. I'm sorry, Thindle, if you think squishing a kitty cat is mean. I'm going to squish him. I'm going to squish him. Squish. Anyway, okay, so once I figured that crap out, I'm like, okay, so where are my access tokens? And this is why I had to go and add them to the identity stuff so that I can go and grab it from the claims principal. I love working with claims. It's not painful at all. And then I go and I make a token, and then I go and add the user if they don't already exist. And then off we go. Now, if they don't come back, I sign them out. I'm like, if you can't be added or you don't exist, you ain't getting into it. So I've added that. Now let's go and make sure that that isn't if you do exist. So I go and see if I can get you from the database, and if I can, I just return that. If I can't, and this returns null if you're not there, then I go and create a user from claims. So I base it off the claims, I pass in a user token. So we go down here, I've got my user token, and then I build up a new user, and then I send that away. And then I manage all of that. So it looks like I may have missed some stuff here. I don't know. Maybe I haven't. I think it's okay. So I have this token thing, and I save that, and then I return the user. So I have all of this. So I've got in here, I've got a user, and I've got a check to see if the token's expired, and I'm refreshing the token. That feels a bit janky to me. Oh, let me move the room onto day a little bit later in the day so you can see this a little bit more. There we go. Alrighty. So I need to see if we can make this a little bit better. But you know, I'm open to thoughts on that if you have any. And then I have an update user, and I've tested this. This all works. It works. I am a genius. Not really. No, not really. Not really a genius. But I tell you, when this worked and it updated the values in the table storage, I felt like a freaking rocket scientist, I have to say. Made me very, very happy that I could manage that. Okay, so what I thought we could do is, let me show you the user model. If we go here, we have a GitHub profile name, and we have a nickname. So I thought we'd start by creating a view. You're back, Napalm. Okay, cool. I was just saying how I felt like a rocket scientist when I made all this work. So this is what we're going to do now, is make a page where you can add your nickname, maybe just an update page, like an view your profile. Well, let's see if we can show the image from Patreon, and let's see if we can show the email, not the email address, the nickname and GitHub profile. Yeah, it is a great feeling. I tell you, it's taken a week to get to feeling like this kind of works. And I say it, I question all my architecture decisions. I'm debating stuff with Silicon Orchid, and we're both going, oh, maybe that's okay, maybe it's not, maybe it is. And it's like, I'm racked with indecision. I can't make up my mind. So it's going to be iterative. It's going to be fine. I'm just going to work hard at it and see. So, let's see if we can make a page basically to update the profile name and the email address. I also have an awful lot of scopes, and I don't think I need all of these. So I want to figure out which scopes I actually need, because I don't need to know patrons, their campaigns. That's none of my business, is it, really? So I actually don't think I need these 3. So I want to test that, but we might not do that today because I might flash up secrets and, don't want to dox myself. Analysis paralysis, root of all evil. Yeah, that's kind of, that all goes into my new mantra that I'm so trying to embrace, which is progress over perfection. It's iterative. I just keep going and we'll get there. So there's a lot of hacked out code here, but it's fine. All right. So we're going to start by making a update page. Oh, the doorbell has rung. We'll see. We'll see if that's my new, I bought one of those all-in-one blanket, wearable blanket things. So it's got like a hood, it's velvet on the outside, it's fleecy on the inside, like fake sheepskin, what do they call it, Sherpa, and you wear it, and get this, it's got a dog pouch in it, so I can put my needy puppy in my dog pouch. I'm kind of excited. It's really sad, but I'm kind of excited. It's fine. Napalm says, I'm trying to embrace something similar. I know I can learn and do new things. Stop stressing about it. Just ride the wave. That's it. Just keep going. You can only do what you can do in an hour. You can't, or in a day, in the time that you have. And you just need to be moving forward and not worrying about it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do and embrace, but it's not so easy. Do you know what I mean? You just have to be really pushing forward with it, and yeah, not worrying. So that's just what I'm trying to do. But it's not easy. It's not easy. But hey ho. Oh, so T-Sum, thank you very much for subscribing, and welcome to the chaos. And I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I promise. So Napalm says, I stress so hard about taking this new job. I have to learn Java again and OpenShift, etc. I can't ignore opportunities like this because of my imposter syndrome. Yeah. You just know that you have to be kind to yourself and just keep going. God, if I'd listened to imposter syndrome when I first started in DevRel, I never would have got on stage. Or the naysayers, like my boss at the time, like, oh, do you think you're ever going to manage to get on stage? And I just had to push past that and try and think, yes, I can totally do this. And I did. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can build a settings page. So here we go. Layla in the front end. That's a recipe for disaster. It's fine. It's all Bootstrap in here, and I can work with Bootstrap. Bootstrap for the win. Good job saying he's not here. He'd be like, no, you need whatever that thing is called. Tailwind. Tailwind, tail freaking wind. No thanks. Napalm says I never would have done IoT and stuff at my current employer. I would still be doing config and customization of off-the-shelf software. Much more fun to write stuff from scratch. Yeah. No worries for the derail. It's kind of goes with the territory of being on a live stream. Okie dokie. So let us see if we can get something in. At the moment, we've got the send message on the home page. I kind of want to move that onto a logged in page. So shall we start by having an is authorized? And I can't remember, well, I don't think I've ever done that in Blazor server. So we'll do that. So I'm going to repurpose this one, and let's go and rename this to be, what should we call this one? User index, or yeah, I can change it later. It's fine. So we're going to have that, and this is now going to be, I guess this could be a component actually. Let me delete that. Delete. That's what we're going to do. So we have our index, because I want this to be the root in here, and we're going to have an if logged in, if not. So I need to figure out how to do that. Oh, I have an example of that. If I go into the login control, if user identity is here, we're going to use this. Okay, I'm going to grab some of this. Let's start with this bit. I know I'm going to need this. Let's grab the HTTP context accessor. So that's injected, and I'm going to put that here. So now we have the accessor. And let's go welcome to Layla's little helper. Okay, so now we're going to have that one here. Oh, it was my snoodle thing. I don't know why I'm calling it a snoodle. It's not called a snoodle. It's like a wearable blanket. Oh my god, I so want to look at it. Can we look at it? Can we stop our code? 1 second. Let me just be right back, and we'll do it. Okay, I have it. Look, it's here. Okay, I'm so excited. Let's close the projector for a moment, and I have like serious Windows crap going on here. I can't find all the windows. I need the one where you lot are talking to me. There we go. Okay, so I think I went for a grey one. I was debating between grey and navy. I did. I went for grey. Okay. It's like an unbagging rather than an unboxing. You're all going to be like, oh my god, is she actually going to wear that? Maybe not in public. Okay, I'll put it out. Okay. Oh my god, I might have to go get scissors. Okay, 1 second, let me go get scissors. Okay, I've got scissors. I'm gonna put my headphones back in. Right. My scissors are made of titanium. Why does one need titanium scissors? Well, I mean, I don't know if they're made of titanium. They just say titanium on them. Okay. Desk. Oh, it's fluffy. Skizzers. Yes. Don't you call scissors skizzers? You know, like you don't say schedule, do you? You say schedule. So maybe you should say them skizzers. Did you think that was a Britishism? Oh, it's totally a Britishism. Okay, so here it is. Look, here's the puppy pouch. The puppy pouch. Look at it. So she's going to sit in there. And then look how fleecy it is on the inside. I wish you could feel how soft it is. It is very soft. And I might have to, I mean, yeah, she'll fit in there. And look, even the puppy pouch is lined. Can I manage to like hold it up? You see? It's got a hood. And yeah, I think that's quite good. I'm quite pleased with that. I'll have to test it out and see if it works. So excited. Yay. Okay. I'll post a picture on my YouTube page when I've got it on. All right? Okay. Your wife calls them skizzers. See? Your wife's sensible. These are skizzers. Skizzers. And I won't be told otherwise. Alrighty. Okay, that's the excitement done. Excitement. Alright, so so looking all good. If I say Picard facepalm, you can mentally insert the appropriate GIF here, can't you? Don't like you lot. Whatevs. 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 Okay, let us return from whence we came and open the projector and get on with some code. It's not lies. It's not lies. Alrighty. Let me get back uncomfortable. Oh, my poor old back spasm. Oh, okay. Alrighty. We're good. We're good. Alright. I'll just do like a readjustment of my outfit. Okay. Now, where were we? My pineapple's in the way. So, we've now got the HTTP context thingamabobby. We're going to go here and we're going to grab this. I'll need to do some stuff in the code in a minute. So, we're going to go here. And so we need to do this bit. And we're going to get user. I'm going to see if we can do that. So we need a claims principal. Let's grab that and stick that there. And then we're going to go back here and we're going to do an uninitialized. I think we can do that. Let's go and grab that. And then, have we got an initialized already? No. Okay. Right. Try. I don't know if we need this. Do we need the override? Does it need to be an override? I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. It's fine. Okay. Now, if we... Why? Oh, because we need a catch. You might not know what tune I just was humming then. Only maybe if you're British, you might know that. Anyway, I'll be quiet now. Can you tell that the monster's hit? Monsters hit! Monsters hit! I'm gonna rage out. Okay, anyway. All right, so if we have a user, we're going to make them user. Set this to user. You heard Morse code. No, stop it! I like Monster and I like singing and humming and, you know, doing tunes for you because I have such a wonderful singing voice. You're also privileged to hear me sing. Okay. It's all right. The pineapple is empty. No, there's dregs. I could get the last few dregs out and I'd be happy. Okie dokie. So we go and set the user. We'll do some like logging crap later. So we're going to go if user is not equal to null. You can't count down number of viewers here. You could say there's just me. There's just me now. We all know you. There are currently 6 of you. I'm building an audience. It's not like Twitch. And I can't stream to Twitch at the moment because I have this monitor and they've duffed up OBS, so I can't stream to Twitch at the same time now. So there's no more Twitch. It's fine. We're all on here. So if there's anyone left on Twitch, tough. Anyway, even Silicon Orchid leaves the stream. Yeah, but he has to shut his office door as well. Right, so if there's user isn't equal to null, we're going to show that. Else, we'll just say, please log in. I don't know, something like that, okay? I should have an A. That's my nickname, Lael. But anyway, it's like you're laughing your arse off. Okay. Alrighty. So now I'm hoping that we've got this. We've got a little view. And we're going to, I don't know, we'll have a link to settings. Shall we see if that works? Let's start by that. Okay, I don't know where this is going to happen, where this is going to go. Okay. That may have hit my stream quite hard. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. That may have hit the quality quite hard. All right, so don't worry if that was weird for you. Okay, so, oh, there we go. We've got a please log in. I'm going to log in. I may have loads of breakpoints that I need to do. No? Okay, so now we're on the way over here. And we're going to go in. Okay, so that didn't work, that bit. So we need to go and do some other bits. Okay, so I'm going to log out and stop running. Looks like drunk goggles at the moment. Okay, it's not a problem. It should sort itself out now. So we've got this new feature that the room automatically resizes when under load. I'm going to see if I can bring it up manually. How's that? Okay. It's a new feature. So I've manually brought it up and it seems to be stable. I don't know why it didn't come back up. It should come back up on its own. So the room will resize its resolution based on performance at the moment. So that's a new feature from this week. So yeah. It's shipped! We're using it right now! Look! We've shipped it. Okay. Alright, so that didn't work. So we need to do, let's try what they do. User.identity .name. We're going to see if we can get that name out. So if there is a user there and they've got an identity and their name. When we open Windows Calculator. Oh my god. ray tracing in here and everything. Notepad. No, we can't run notepads. Okay, I'm gonna get this to go and see if it works this time. There goes the quality. Ping, ping, ping. Object not set tier reference. Okay, so it didn't like that. Let us stop. All right, so how did this work on, so that needs to be nullable. And then that should be fine. Okay, let's go. It still doesn't like it. Isn't that the whole point? If it, oh my god. There, okay. Have everything nullable. Jeez. No to notepad. Okay. So we're teeny tiny again. I'm going to see if I can bring it up manually again. All right, let's have a look. That I think is now 720 manually. All right. Okay, so we're going to log in. I'm going to allow. See, I don't need to have all this. All I want from you folks is like that. Maybe information from your about, nothing about your patrons. I don't need those two. So I reckon I probably don't need those three. Just while I've got that open, let's have a look at the program and see if we can figure out which ones those are. I reckon that's those 3 campaigns ones. So we're going to bang those out in a minute. All right, so we allow, and please log in. Damn it. Okay, so we'll fix that. We'll figure that out. I mean, I obviously have the HTTP context accessor, and I have a login claim up here. So it's just not getting it here. So I need to fix it. Right, let's start by banging out those. Okay. And then we're going to go in here. Let's go look at this login control. So in here we have a claims principal. We do that. So I need to go and get that. Is that right? Okay. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a breakpoint on it and see what it says. But I'm not going to let you lot see. So I'm just going to close the projector. Okay. And then I'm going to put a breakpoint on it and see what it thinks is happening with that user. And then I'll tell you. Okay. All right. So the user is null when we open the page. That's what we would expect, right? Oh, not if I'm logged in. So, I can hear whistling. Okay. Interesting. So, we don't have access to that claims principal. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try running it again. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to, if I can run it again and you can't see, try adding the Unity app to high priority and task manager. Okay, I'll do that in a sec. All right, so at the moment, I didn't hit. Okay, I'm doing it in the wrong place, that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you lot back up. Well, you guys can see the code, or you peeps. All right, so you wanna go task manager. And then we go details. Is it details? And then I find the room. What's it called? What's it called? It is called Unity. Sorry, that would have been really loud. I don't know why I just did that. Okay, so set priority. I'm going to go above normal. Change priority. Let's see if that does something for it. Okay. Okay. Now, this on initialize, maybe I do need the override, because at the moment that when I ran that, I didn't hit this breakpoint. So I'm going to do this now and we'll see if we hit the breakpoints. Yes. Okay. So we hit the breakpoint, right? I'm going to close the projector and then I'm going to let it go. I have a user. I have an identity. Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's bring this back up. So I stepped on with the code, and look, we've got in here. So look. We've got the send message. Okay, so that was what happened. Let me go and explain what happened there. Okay, was that I just turn those off, let it go. I took out this override, so this wasn't getting called. I needed to override it, so this was the override to the base class. I stupidly took the override out. But it was interesting to understand why that doesn't work. And now we have the send message. So that's cool. And I'm going to just log out and make sure that disappears. It does. We'll log in. See if I've got those new claims. I do. And we're in. Yay! Chat party, whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry. It's so cool when stuff works. It works. Okay. Happy face. Alrighty, let's do some stuff. So I am hoping that the claims principal is going to have my ID. If not, we'll have to go into the OAuth provider thing and add a claim for the ID. So Patreon sends you back your Patreon ID, and I'm actually using that for my IDs. I haven't given myself IDs. I've just set my row key. Let me show you what an entity looks like in table storage. Okay, ask questions. If you want me to show you a particular thing in a particular order, just ask me, and we can go there, because at the moment I'm like ping 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 as my brain is like ping 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 ping. I'm glad you're back, Justin, in time to see it working. Okay, so if you want to see stuff, let me know. All right, so I have a table context, and this is using built with Azure Data Tables, and this is the new NuGet package for table storage. It used to be on Cosmos. When I've built stuff before, it's on Cosmos, and this is a lot more simplified, okay, which is great. So I'm going to talk you through this. So the first thing we have to do is create a table. Oh my god, you know why I missed a beat? I missed a beat. Look, when it worked, I should have had balloons. I'm so sad. I should have had balloons when it was accepted. I've got them now. Balloons now, okay? That's what we need to tie in so that you can have celebratory balloons. Okay, I'm happy now. We've got balloons. All right, so when we do this, it looks like I don't need that table client anymore. So we can tidy this up. So this was all a bit confusing. The documentation isn't great on this Azure table service, and this is what stumped me today. So I'm going to talk you through what stumped me today. So if you ever use it, hopefully it doesn't stump you. So it looks like I don't need this any longer. All right, so because I need this if I need to create a table if it doesn't exist. If not, it has a little hissy fit. and it's fine. So I have a table, I've manually created it, and that's going to be the way my system works, and I can always change it. So we have this thing called a table client, and that is from the new library. And this, you pass in the URI to your storage. And when you create a blob on Azure, you get a URL, and then you also get, and it's like part of the resource name, and that's it. And then you can pick a table name. Mine's called like user table or something. And then this is like your account details. So I have an account name and I have an account key. So those are my secrets. They're all stored in my secrets. So you create this client based off these parameters. And now once you have a client, you can go and do stuff. So you can create a client, but if one already exists, this blows up. If you already have a client or a table or anything, it has an absolute meltdown. This is very happy to throw exceptions, okay? It's like... So if you are working with Azure Data Tables, be prepared for exception hell. So we do this. I need to add some more captures in here and stuff. It's fine. I need a lot more stuff to blow up. I need to have unit tests in here. So I'll get there and work on it. It's fine. So we do this. And we create this table client. Now that's a... I create that up here, so that's going to be just a private thing. It's not a read only. So we do that. Okay, and then I can use that to do things such as add an entity or query an entity. Now this was a bit of a pain. I found this quite interesting. All right, you can have an async. But it doesn't use await. It doesn't have an awaiter. If I stick await in front of this, it has an absolute meltdown. It doesn't. It doesn't have an awaiter. You see that the bottom arrow just here. It says async pageable user entity does not contain a definition for get awaiter. So even though you do it like that, it's not awaitable. I don't get it. It hurts my brain. The examples I saw all just use this synchronous version. So you know what? I'm going to use the synchronous version because I can't cope with this much pain in my life. I have enough physical pain. I don't need mental anguish from Azure. So it's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I did warn folks on Twitter and on social that this was going to be rantorama, that I would be ranting about this. So hence the rants. You were warned. Okay, so there's two ways that we can do it here. So like that first one isn't used, so we can comment this. Everything is fine. Yeah, do you know what? Silicon Orchid, we need like my fire on my desk. I need an everything is fine button where my desk erupts in fire. How cool would that be? Maybe I need to do that. So we have an everything is fine. An inferno. I'd love that. How cool would that be? Okay, we need that. Okay, that needs to go on a to-do list. An everything is fine button. Everything is in flames. All right, so this is the one I'm going to do because I want to get an entity by their Patreon ID. And I've tried to be really explicit in my code and not using like implicit var. I've just tried to be very explicit for helping me to come back to this. All right, so we're going to use the Patreon ID as our row key. Now, if I go and show you a user entity, this is where the bleep show that was this morning happened. Okay. All right, so this is where I'm going to capture a lot of stuff from Patreon and do stuff with it. Now I have this issue here, And this is where, let's go here. We had this issue. Now I was getting an error about timestamp here. Do you see? Timestamp. Let's go. So this, all of your entities for table entities have to inherit from iTable entity. And the only things that iTable entity implements is this, okay? This date time offset and this E tag. And I was setting the timestamp of like, it's supposed to be the time that it was updated. And then eventually I found in some documentation somewhere like, don't manually set it yourself. So that's why I've got this line. Now that's going to go. So you don't set, you just need it there and then the server sets it. Okay, fine. But I was getting this error saying, oh my God, you haven't specified your time. You haven't specified your time. Oh my God. So this is the one that I was saying needs to be in the docs. So problem with timestamp. You go through, you get all of this error. People are like, oh my God, can't reproduce it. What are you doing? You must be writing a date time value to the entity somewhere else. And that's where you learn it's any timestamp, any date time on the entire entity needs to have a date kind set. Okay. So this is, it's not in the documentation. Do you see? Not mentioned in docs. Maybe they should mention. And there's a thumbs up. This is from August. So I went through the documentation and I could not find it anywhere. So what does this mean? I've not really worked with date time kind. So what this says is that you use this date time method. So you have date time and then you do the dot specify kind, and this creates a new date time object from your date time, and then it puts sets the time to UTC. So you can see here we've got this date time kind .utc. So when you specify that, every single date time on your entity must be in this mode with specify kind. Otherwise, it's like the debris of your soul everywhere. So once I fixed that, it all worked. That's going to be my new thing. The debris of my soul. The debris of my soul. Okay, it's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so let's get rid of some of this crap that we've got. I'm trying to tidy up as we go because it's a pet hate of mine having wasted usings there. So this is what an entity looks like. So we have a row key. This is our ID. So that's going to map to our user. Partition key, I have that stored in user secrets, but I'm just going to use that. The only partition key a user entity is going to be on is the user partition. So this is a way of dividing up your table storage into different buckets. So we have that, and then so these are the two things we're going to edit. Let's see. This maps to like a DTO called user. I've got some mapping in there. I couldn't be bothered with automapper because like effort. Sorry, Jimmy. If you ever see this, which you won't, because I hear you've lost your voice and you won't be able to complain at me. Oh dear. So anyway, we go and get a user entity via their ID. So I can get rid of that one because we're not using it. And then we can go and do stuff with it. So let's go and do that. So we're in this index. So we probably need a settings page. And I want to have like an is authorized tag on that. So let's see if we can do that, because I feel like we should have like an is like authorized. Now, what are people calling those settings pages? Is it just settings? Do we want that? Is it settings? Should we just do that? Add a Razor component. And we're going to call this settings. Okay, so let's add that. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that. First of all, we need at page is settings. All right, now let's go see if we can figure out how we need to authorize the settings. Okay, let's bring up this bug. Razor page authenticated, would it be? It's not Razor pages, is it? Let's go Blazor server view, maybe? Authenticated. What was it on like MVC? We had, oh, what's this? Oh, require authorization to access a page. Oh. So you have to do it here. You don't do it by a tag. Okay. All right, we can do that, I think. That seems okay. So we are going to do this in our services. I'm just going to copy this bit of code. Now, I really think we should refactor my program because it's looking kind of, ugh. Should we start by doing that? Let's do that. Let me just drop this in, like so. Okay. Okay. We're going to add a new folder. Let's call this extensions. And let's go add boilerplate services. Does that sound about right? Let's go with that. Oh my god, you gave me a Razor page. Ugh. .cs. Thank you. Yes, change it. All right. So what is this going to be? This is going to have a namespace. Layla's little helper dot extensions. Oh my god, is this good? I was like, is this going to really make me jump through a million hoops? Napalm says, you think that's blah, you should see the port I'm doing for a friend from WebForms to Maui. WinForms. Oh my goodness. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is going to be a public static partial, oh my god, class called I'll call it, people always get mad at me for calling it iService. I don't care. iService collection extensions. It's my naming convention and that's what I want to call it. In your face. Deal with it, folks. That's what it's going to be called. So this one is going to be public static iService collection. Add boilerplate services. Okay, there we go. So we need this to say this iService collection called services, and then down here we are going to have it return services. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, why is my build just gone? It's just tanked. I don't know what am I doing? Be bigger. There we go. So we have that. Now I'm going to start copying some of this stuff over. Let me save that. Oh, boilerplate. What are we going to call boilerplate? We probably need one for identity as well. Should we do that? Let's add that. Copy, paste. This one is going to be called add auth. Okay, so now let's go in here. Let's open add auth. Oh, I'm a bit peckish. So this is going to be add auth. Should it be capital A or not? I can't decide on that. It is very expensive to spin up web servers and serve something. I don't feel like it should be, to be honest, but anyway. Maybe I need to have a what do you call it? That was helpful, wasn't it? I need to be running this code on another machine and having a remote desktop instance. Maybe that's what I need. Yeah, I know. I don't know, like, what this machine is chugging along doing. It's probably doing updates or something. Who knows? A 4090. A 4090. Yes. Maybe that is the answer. Christmas is coming. All right, so we've got add auth, and in here, oh, that should be like so. Is that? I didn't realize it was doing that. That's annoying. Okay, so I need to go and fix that in the other one. Yes, I'll throw up Task Manager. Okay, so now let me save everything. So this is going to be our auth stuff. Let's grab this. Whoosh, down to here. So this is going to be services, and that's going to be services, and now this one here is going to be services. Alrighty, so that's looking unhappy. Something about my name spacing, obviously. Tell you, there is definitely something janky going on here. Let me get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of that. And this is going to be, let's move those up to the top. Let's have this one. And let's make that extensions. You know what? I reckon it's when I added this, it didn't do it properly, did it? What's going on? So weird. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to just create a new class. I'm going to call it whatever I called this one, add-auth. Let's delete this one. Let's go add new item class add-auth. Let's move this over here. And then in here, let's add that. Okay. Let's see if that's made the program happy. It has not. Oh, it has. There we go. add-auth. All right. So let me just build, just because I don't trust it. Oh my goodness, it's a Thindle. Hello. Yeah, we can't stream to Twitch. My setup won't allow for it. Not without a whole load of stuff. So the way we set things up, it just does it. I don't trust it either. I trust you, but not it. Thindle. Trust. What was the it? Don't trust. Oh, this. Because I just said I don't trust Visual Studio. Yeah. That. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to see if I can use file scoped thingamabobbies. Yes, I can. Control KD. So now we need to pass in configuration. That's okay. We can do that. So we're going to have I configuration called config. And now for that, we can go down here, and everywhere we have this, we can change that to config. Okay, so now that is happy. Save, and then back in our program, down here, we're going to pass in builder.configuration. Okay, so now that's all happy. So we've, oh, what did I just do? So now we've got OAuth brought in. That's good. So that's tidied that bit up. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now we're going to have some boilerplate. What am I going to call that? Oh, excusez-moi. Yes, I got it in the end. Such a, like, my brain is a bit fried, Thindle. Have you been to see your dad yet, Thindle, or is that still to come? All right, let's go and add, what else do I want? I want a new item. This one is going to be add dependencies. And then we're going to have, let me pin this, but smaller. So we're going to have dependencies. We're going to have add config. Add configurations. Oh, you dropped him off. Okay. Oh. Well, he probably just didn't want you to drive there. Grumpy old man. I say nothing about grumpy old men. I got called a grump this morning. It was only because I was in pain. Okay, so if we go, all of these I want to be partials. So I'm going to rename them all to be that. So, yeah. Right, this one's going to be this. And this one's going to be this. This is the way I'm liking doing it at the moment. I don't care if people don't like it. It's my code, my way. And then I'm going to grab this setup and put this in each one and then update it, because there's nothing like a bit of copy paste. Okay, so now this one's called add configurations. So we're going to go add configurations, and we're going to go and get the configurations. So that is these bad boys. And this is going to need the config, I believe. So let's bring that in. It's going to need, yes. So we're going to need configuration config handed in. And then everywhere we have that, we're going to do that. And we're going to have services. Okay, so that's another one. Let's go and put that back in the program. So we have that here. So we have builder.services.add configurations. And we're going to hand it builder.configuration. Hello, Nick. How are you? Thindle says, if you're in pain, you're allowed to be grumpy, or if you're sick, or if you're tired, or if you're coding in VB. Oh, okay, the room has gone teeny tiny. I don't know why, it's gone teeny tiny. Let's bring up the task manager as requested. I don't know. It doesn't look all that beastly to me. All right, let's see if I can make it bigger. Let's go there. So Thindle, we've got this automatic resizing thing going on. So I don't know why that's dropping. Much bigger and better. Okay. So I don't know what's going on with that. Working through a neck pain today. Oh, I know what working through pain is like, Nick. So do the thing that broke it again. I don't know what broke it. What, coding? I'll leave the stack trace running so we can, if it goes minimal, we can have a look at it. Okay, so I've now got my configurations. Now, this I would call boilerplate stuff. So let's go and grab all of that. I'm going to call boilerplate. Oh, I didn't run it then. I just was coding it, not even running it. Let's bring this bad boy over. Does anyone not run all your local stuff in debug mode? What do you mean? Okay, so I'm going to drop that in here, and then we can have S's, services. And I'll bring you all in. So all of you are going to go, and now you're going to be boilerplate services. Boom. Tidy code. Okay, so now we've got tidy code, and all right, so now we've got that. Now these ones, no, I didn't ask you for that, are going to go in my dependencies. So let's add those. Okay, we're going to cut. Let's go into dependencies. Paste, and then yes. Okay, so now they're in there. This is all going to blow up in a minute because I don't think it's got the usings it wants, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Apart from me being hungry. I'm hungry. And, you know, when I'm hungry. Oh, add SignalR. Oh, so orders of stuff. Why have I got add boilerplate? This should be add dependencies. No, add. Interesting. No, where is that? Add dependencies. Because it's called that. Add dependencies. Okay, so that's done. And then, did I change? I did it the wrong way around, did I? This is the one that I did with the weird namespacing. So what I'm going to do is copy the insides. Actually, I'm going to just copy this whole bit. And I am going to delete this one because I think it must have saved in the project incorrectly when I changed it from Eraser to CS. So let's go and add a new item. And this one's going to be add boiler plate. There we go. That's going to be extensions. And then there. Okay, so we're getting there. And let's go. Okay, so we got add boilerplate. Now I'm going to put SignalR into boilerplate. And by boilerplate, I guess I mean system stuff. Nick says, I've just had my lunch and I am happy. I see lately you're hanging on Discord. That's cool. Yes, so I am trying to be more active on Discord. I'm not very good at it. That's why I've done a rejig of Discord to try and make it more manageable for me to be in there. So yeah. I'm liking my chilled audio stuff today. Okay. The question is, will this all still work once I go? Alright, so we've now got... Now this is the next thing I want. Is this razor pages. So this is going to be add routing. Oh, both you and Layla. Oh. Oh, Thindle. Thindle's being in the voice channels. I was going to join Thindle in the voice channel yesterday, but as I explained at the beginning of the stream, I had a very dramatic event yesterday. I was walking through to Silicon Orchid's office. I went through and I clutched my back, moaned loudly and collapsed to the floor in the most slow death scene vibe dramatic way imaginable. You can't even imagine how dramatic this was. And where I lay on the floor for 45 minutes sobbing and then laughing hysterically, which was just making the pain worse because of how dramatic the whole thing was. I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing at myself because I walked in and was like, collapse. It happened. I was walking into his office and I collapsed into the doorway and he's like, could we have done this in like a more convenient place than in my doorway? Because my back spasmed and it was just like unimaginable pain for hours. And I just couldn't face, I was just like in so much pain. I couldn't face like going anywhere. I was just like, ugh. It was just so dramatic. You know, when you just think, wow, okay. Add root permissions. That's what I'm calling this one. So we're going to wrap this. We're going to get rid of you. And then we're going to have public static class. Oh, something happened then. It dropped. I don't know what. It's gone teeny tiny. Why did that do it? Why? Come back here. Why did that drop? Interesting. Okay. I don't see anything major happening here. That all looks okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. My temps? Okay. I can't make this bigger, I don't think. No. It doesn't get bigger, Azzy. You'll have to, like, just... Alright, so things that get hot. There's, like, my memory on my graphics card. We hit a max of 70. I mean, come off it. That's, like, hardly... anything. Maybe it's throttling. What about on the processor? That's hitting a high of 77. It's all good. I do not understand why this is happening. I've had the RTX 3090 for like well over a year. I got it last year. Or the year before. Whenever they came out, I got it. If you look at the CPU trace, it's worse than it seems, as the two top right cores are alternating load. One spike interlace. It's just more than it can cope with. Okay. Oh, here. But what's it doing? There's something that's hitting it. OBS. I don't get it. More threads. More threads. Okay. That's what have I got? There's the 70 watts it. Okay, so to manage my heat, folks, I have this. You won't see it because it's black. But I have, this is my fan control. You might sort of see it, but it's, I've got my fans up. So this is why, and I've, you know, got all my temperatures set in here. Okay, so that's what's handling that. So I don't know what's happening here. It's just too much for one box. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, maybe Silicon Orchid, what did you say? There's a new Ryzen, a 7 series, and I've got a 5 series. Maybe that's what I need for Christmas. Yeah. So it is that. It forces... No. Okay. So this is a public static, whatever this jobby is. Let's do that. Okay, so we have you, and then you can go in here. It's very jazzy music today. Jazz, jazz, jazzy, jazz. Yeah, I need a yeah, I have a 5900X. So there's the 7. Oh my goodness, what is it? There's this Ryzen 7. Ryzen 700 series. 7000 series. This is what I want. This is what I require. This. Look at that. I opened a browser and it's gone teeny, teeny, tiny, whiny. Not Chrome. She didn't do Chrome, did she? It's like, oh my god, I can't cope. Alrighty, so I think Smee needs one of these. Okay, Maybe I need one of these. Alrighty. I've already just upped this. I don't even want to know how much this is, do I? So I have a 5900. Go on. Okay, that didn't work, did it? Alrighty, I shall come back to that. Get an EPYC. It's a steal at 9k for an entry level. 9k bargains. Okay, so we're gonna add. This is gonna be a public static iService collection, and then I love just, you know, cutting code like this. Do you know when you just get in a flow, you're just doing a bit of refactoring? It doesn't take much brain effort to do. It's quite nice. I need a snack. I need, what is there in there? Oh, there's rice cakes. With like yogurt and raspberry on top. Yeah, maybe I'll take a break, and I need a coffee. I've only got 40 minutes left before I have to go. I go and meet my mum on Thursdays at 5. So that's what I can't stream too late. I think needs are more what a gamer needs, not a server. I'm not convinced throwing more cores at the problem will solve it. Can you get the hand to give you a rice cake? I don't know, maybe. The hands, I've locked them in a box in Silicon Orchid's room because the hands just, you know, I did disable one of the hands. I clipped its wings. Sorry, was that too maniacal? Sorry, not sorry. All right, so this one is going to be whatever. Why do I want to call it maybe I should just map it to services or whatever I keep writing, not services. Dot. What was this one I just had? Add root permissions. Okay, so where is this one? Okay, so this is what we're going to start working on now to make sure that our page, our settings, is authorized only. So they need to be authorized to go to settings. They don't post only the smile. It's okay, don't worry. Oh, click me neck. Okay, so we've got that. Right, I need a quick pit stop. I will be back in a few moments. Don't go anywhere, okay? All right, I'm back. I need to just message my mum quickly. 1 second. Okay. Right. So we've got this settings page needs to be authorized. Hopefully that's going to work. We should test all of this because I've done a lot of, that was a lot of tidy up there if you think about it. It is a lot nicer though, isn't it, when you just separate it out and you can see what you're doing with everything. That's really annoying me, that capital A. I am going to rename it. Okay, so let's see if that all still runs, and then we'll go to the settings page and see if it shows anything. So where did I have it? Is it in, oh, it's in identity. I don't want it in identity. Okay, settings. So secret stuff. All right, so hopefully we won't see that unless we're logged in. Let's run. Watch my resolution tank. There it goes. And it's going teeny tiny. It's going teeny tiny. Let's pop it up there. Okay. All right, so let's log out. Let's see if I can get to settings. I should not be able to see that. So that doesn't work. But the fact is that all of our code still works. All right, let's go back to the blog post about authorizing. Use the authorize folder convention to add an authorize filter. Bloody hell is an authorize folder convention? Sorry, what? Wait, what? Please, like, just like... Does this mean I have to put it all in a folder? Is that what it wants? Okay, so we've got this, we do this. That's kind of not what I wanted. I just want to, it's not an authorized folder I wanted. I want a just server authorize page. I want what in MVC is like the authorization decorator on the controller. Authorize. There we go. That's what I want. But I want that for the whole page. I don't want them to even go to the page. So we have a role. Clearly, so is this what we want? I need to make that bigger. There we go. authorization. This is what I want. Authorize. There. I think that's what we want. Let's try that. Oh, my coffee's here. 1 second. I have a rice cracker now. There we go. There, see? Covered in yogurt and raspberry pieces. They're very yummy. And I have a fresh coffee. Okay. So that's it. It's still showing. So okay, so let's try that. So it looks like we need to update the main layout in the, is that app.razor, that one? Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Oh, has my view gone teeny tiny again? It has. Okay. Yes. Yum. Yes, yes. I'm a monster. Why am I a monster? What have I done? What, eating my rice crackers in front of you? Or is it just the crunching? Okay, so that's working. Whoop, whoop. That took a while because I was chatting. Okay, so now that that is working, we can, but I've enjoyed plodding along. As I say, I haven't got long. I'm gonna go meet my mommy. So we got secret stuff. Now in here, we're gonna have, oh, this is where I'm rubbish. Input. So we need a user, and this is where we're gonna get our user at inject user service. Okay, so we've got that, and we're gonna call that user service. So now we've got that, we're going to do a uninitialized code thingy-mabobby. So if we go into, where did we have that before? Was it in here? Yeah. And I'm just going to grab this for now and dump that. So we have that, and I'm going to get rid of this bit. So if we have a user, we're going to have a private user called user, not a user secrets configuration extensions object. No thanks. Okay, so we're bringing in a user, and we're going to go and get user is equal to user service dot get user by ID. We're going to need our claims what's it. So I am going to need to go back to the that's what happened in my brain just then. I need this guy. Let's bring them in. Was that an inject? Yeah. So we're going to inject that, and then we're going to need to get this. And basically, if this doesn't work and stuff, we're going to go var ID is equal to this dot identity dot there should be something else. Something else, you know, dot ID user. Okay, dot. Oh, is it going to be claims? It's going to be claims, isn't it? It's fine. Fine. We can do that shebang again. So that is how I access the claims. Is like this. We need a claims principal. I need to take this out somehow. Let me get the value. So let me just drop that in. There must be a way that I can do that, a claims principal instead. You are going to be a you. Oh my goodness. And then now we can pass in ID. This is long-winded. Get user by ID. Oh, we need claim types. What do you want? You want to... What? Ugh. You need to be awaited, don't you? You need to be an async. You can be a task. And we can have an async. Is that right? And then we're going to override this one. Oh my god. Okay. This is like... so fucking... Whoops. The F-bomb nearly slipped out then. So needy, this code. Okay, so we did that. We're going to get our user. Now we have our user, and then we can go H2. Hello at user dot first name. There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay, and then we can, if this works, I might call it quits because I gotta go see my mommy. All right, let's go to Log in. Oh, it's gone tiny. And then we're going to go settings. Hello, Layla. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of my code working. Okay, okay. So that's good. That's good. So that's all working. We've tidied it up big time. Now we can start like adding input boxes and updates in there. I know we didn't get as far along as I wanted, but I was busy gassing and refactoring. And you know I love a good refactor. So, 4, 3, 2, what? Oh, napalm, napalm. Oi, oi, cheeky, cheeky. Honestly, what you lot like? Okay, so my code is working. Me likes, me likes. Don't you just love it when stuff kind of works? Oh, I do. All right, let's bring this around central. So that's be fun. So apart from the performance hits and stuff like that, it's good. What? Love how Brits say, oh, honestly. Honestly. How do you Yankee Doodles say honestly? I don't know the difference now. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to ask an American teammate to say honestly to me. Alrighty, so yeah, we are honestly. How do you say it? Honestly, honestly, honest, on. It's an oh, honestly, yes, but we have our long. It's because I have my long vowels like grass. And lawn. Well, you must have lawn and bath, grass and bath and laugh. So that's a southerner thing because I'm a southerner. I have the long vowels. Oh, honestly, darling. See, this is the elongated vowels. I can go even more plummy if you like. So you really draw out your enunciation of such words. And it's no laughing matter, honestly. See, I can do it all day long. It's fine. But anyway. Grass. I can't say, I find it really hard to shape my mouth to say grass and laugh. And it feels like it really stretches my cheeks. Like it doesn't work. I don't, it's like bath rather than bath. Bath and laugh and grass. It's so much easier than grass. I have to change my whole face shape and it might give me wrinkles. I don't want wrinkles. Okie dokies. Well, I am gonna slurp my coffee down. I'm going to DDD Hull this weekend. As I say, the lineup for that is really good. I'm quite excited. And I haven't been to a conference where I've not been a speaker for years. So it's going to be really nice to go and have zero pressure. I don't have to rehearse. I don't have to be anywhere. I can sleep in. If I miss it, it's like no big deal. I'm not letting anyone down. It's so nice. I'm so pleased. I'm squishing the kitty cat. Squishing my little jelly cat. Fact, speaking like a northerner gives you wrinkles. It's going to get me banned, isn't it? So yeah. Okay, so next week I may stream again earlier on in the week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Be sure to subscribe, although I think you lot are all subscribers, so it's fine. Speaking to the converted. And so I might stream Monday or Tuesday. I'm posting on the YouTube page. Engage. Oh, it like rhymed. I'm trying to, because like Twitter's a dive right now, I'm trying to be friends on the community page and chit chat with you all. And of course, I'm trying to be more present in Discord. So it's been lovely. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful weekend. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. I need these things that flash up on the screen. Maybe I need Silicon Orchid to have like something that pops up from my desk, like comment, and subscribe. So have a great weekend, folks. I won't be streaming over the weekend because I will be up north at this event. I don't get home till Sunday sometime. I don't know what time we're leaving. And then because I'm catching a ride, I don't know what time we're planning on leaving. So we'll see. I'll be home when I'm home, but maybe Monday or Tuesday I will do a stream, and I think that could be good. We can carry on with this now that I've got past the whole identity thing. I didn't want to stream that because docs are around me, and that'll be it. All right, my lovelies, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you as and when, and take care.